What's up, guys? RedBeard here today, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on in the YouTube community as of 2016. It's only been 12 days into 2016, but already a lot of shit has happened. Rather unfortunate. It's kind of a bad start for the YouTube year, as we shall talk about. So, well, first of all, I'd like to talk about a lot of the hacker and a lot of the privacy controversy that has been going on lately. We will start our story with Yummy Mash, a popular gaming YouTuber. Recently, he has had some controversy surrounding some of his actions that he's committed. Obviously, obviously this may be motivation for why he got hacked, or it might just because people just felt that he needed to be hacked. So Yummy Mash, on January 7th, after some of the controversy that surrounded him, he tweeted out, "My Minecraft's hacked, Amazon hacked, so much shit is hacked, oh my god." Then he tweeted, "Those fucking hackers hacked my eBay and used it to buy loads of shit from my PayPal, what the fuck. However, people hacking most of my stuff, using my eBay to buy things, getting my bank details, ringing my mobile number, leaking my address, it's not fucking right." So obviously Yummy Mash is having a hard time, but he's not the only one that has been having a bunch of YouTube grief lately. Of course, the YouTubers that I will be mentioning in this video have relatively sizable channels. I'm sure there's many smaller YouTubers, as is apparent by hacker Twitter feed, that the YouTube community is under attack, basically. So anyway, I guess then we'll use today's example. So we'll talk about Markiplier now. So let's put this into context for you guys. I woke up this morning. Obviously, it's a school day. I have to go to school. I have to be smart and shit like that. So I wake up, hop in the shower, hop back out, just having my breakfast, having my smoothie. And I just check YouTube because, sometimes in the morning you just like to, watch a little YouTube, maybe, wake yourself up a little bit. Sometimes funny videos are pretty good at that. Sometimes scary ones are, you never know. So I was just checking my YouTube all innocently. And for shits and gigs, I just check Markiplier's channel because, usually he uploads like fairly consistently, like around 12 o'clock my time. But I'm like, you know what, maybe he uploaded a little later. So I'm just going to check. Or maybe he uploaded earlier, he always Markiplier talks about how he's an early bird. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just check his channel and see if he's got anything worth watching. And so I check his channel, and I look on his channel feed, and there's a video for Hacked by OurMine team 1 hour ago, 173k views. Now, I thought it was a prank at first. Like, obviously, anybody looking at that would think, you know what, this can't be serious, Markiplier must be joking. But, I clicked on the link, and it brought me to a video of basically the following. Basically the calling card for the OurMine hackers. So this is just a little taste of what it was like.
Thought you had security, but it was too easy. And I know that you lost everything, but hacking is the way we rule this. OurMine team, yeah, we can see that you were just shut down.
So me, like 7 o'clock in the morning, watching Markiplier, except it's not Markiplier. And I'm like, well, that's shitty. No, I wasn't like that. I was like, oh my god, Markiplier got hacked. But anyway, so basically, like, the first thing I did was I'm like, okay. They must have just uploaded this video, like, when they hacked him. They didn't take control of his channel or anything. So sure enough, I, check OurMine's Twitter feed while I'm at school. And basically what was on there was, it's pretty basic. It's just like them just saying like the tagging the YouTuber on Twitter and saying, you know, we hacked you, like direct message us if you want like your account back or something. Anyway, so Markiplier got hacked by these OurMine guys, and a little later on Twitter, Yami Nash posted, Mark got hacked by the same people that hacked me. Now, obviously, you were wondering, like, what are the intentions of these hackers? I mean, they posted, like, this signature video that I think they basically post on, like, every YouTuber's site. It's not, like, handcrafted for Markiplier. They just have it. They have this video that's just ready to upload when they hack people and get their account. So anyway, we're wondering what the motivation of these hackers are. And, you know, what usually motivates hackers? Well, mostly, it depends what kind of hacker you are, right? Like, we could talk about the black hat and the white hat and the gray hat hackers and all their motivations and shit. But basically, when it comes down to it, hackers like getting their hands on information. They like defending people from getting their hands on information. But, this wasn't the motivation exactly for these hackers. Although, while they did steal Markiplier's YouTube channel and they did post a video, they gave a very specific reason to why they hacked Markiplier, and they basically say on their Twitter, we hacked him because we got 100k followers. Thanks, you guys. Now let's think about that for a second. There's this random ass hacking group that nobody's known about, really, that have existed. Well, we have known about them, but they haven't been that big, and they've been around for 7 months, and they haven't really done anything. And like instantly, when they get 100k followers on Twitter, they just like instantly hack Markiplier. Like, you gotta bring into question like YouTube's safety standards and stuff like that right now. I mean, like, think about it. If they just on a whim just like, you know what, we're gonna get 100k followers, and when that happens, we're gonna hack Markiplier. It's like, well, they could just hack anybody they want then. Like, maybe that's what they're trying to say. Like, maybe they're trying to appear like they're better hackers than they really are. But to be honest, I mean, if that's their actual reasoning, like maybe they already had Markiplier's channel and they just like kept the information until they hit 100k followers. But that could mean that they could have like other YouTubers' information, like other large, like million subscriber and above YouTube channel information, and they could just use that at any moment to like instantly hack them whenever they want. Like, how do we know that? How do we know what information the OurMine team doesn't have? Is basically what I'm saying. And you know, that sounds like a lot of bullshit, and a lot of small YouTubers are like, oh well, I only have 17 subscribers, hashtag RedBeard, but so OurMine team won't ever hack me. But is that really true? Like, OurMine has been hacking pretty much anyone they feel like, and they don't necessarily need a reason. I mean, you certainly don't want to give them a reason, like this video may or may not be doing, but they could hack Markiplier. Like, he's pretty big. Like, what's to say they couldn't hack like PewDiePie or something like that? Anyway, also something else I'd like to talk about that's been going on recently with YouTube is well, with a lot of large, like, this is just recent, like this is stuff that's been happening in the last 12 days of 2016, which is crazy. But within like the last at least 30 days, there's been a YouTube glitch apparently where it makes videos that are set to private, and it makes them like, if a video is set on YouTube to private, the video is on YouTube, it has been uploaded, and it's there, but basically the only person who can watch it is the person who owns the channel that the private video is on, or if it's like shared throughout channels, then those people can watch it. But yeah, recently YouTube has been apparently glitching and setting people's private videos to public by accident and publishing them, and people have been watching them. And this happened to Markiplier pretty recently too, like within the last week. He had there was a slip up in some of his videos, and a lot of his older videos that were set to private, and some of the videos that were, like old charity fallouts that, didn't work, or like kind of embarrassing videos, and like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 of those for Markiplier were set to public. And obviously, this isn't something that a YouTuber would want. And considering how close these public to private and private to public videos have been happening, I'm starting to wonder if, call me a conspiracy theorist, but I'm starting to wonder if there's a link between the hackers and perhaps these private videos being set to public by accident. In Markiplier's case, it wasn't really a big deal, he's pretty good on YouTube, there's some embarrassing videos, but he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make the best out of the situation. We were trying to do a charity deal, so Markiplier does end up paying like the stipulated amount in that old video that he said he was gonna pay for the charity, even though the actual charity fell out. I mean, he's a good guy. On the other hand, not exactly related to the hacking, but we have Matthew Santoro, and recently Matthew has been going through a lot of tough times. He created a video back in September, October area, outlining his abuse story, and he just recently released that. I'm sure you've watched Drama Alert if you're here now listening to this, but anyway, that video that Matthew Santoro had, it was set to private as well, and he probably didn't want to release it. It's a pretty personal video, it's pretty private, it's kind of embarrassing, but it does give a good message, and Matthew Santoro did decide to keep it up, even though initially he took it down. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video would be YouTube safety, and when it comes to these private videos being set to public, in Matthew Santoro's case, he said it was an accident. When it comes to making YouTube videos private, if you've already made it private, it's really hard. I can't think of a way that he would accidentally set it to public unless he was hacked for some reason. Because, you actually have to go, you have to click on, you have to you have to click on my channel, and then you go to the specific video, and then you'd actually have to click on the video, and then you'd actually have to go into the settings of that specific video, and it's got all the information there. You know exactly what the video is, and then you have to click set to public, and then YouTube will set that video to public, and it will be available for the public. So I don't see how, of course it's possible that he could have mistaken it for another video, and he was just carelessly setting it to, maybe he wanted to upload a different video that day that he had on private, and he accidentally set his abuse story to public. That would be probably just about the only logical solution for that. I'm not saying that Matthew Santoro is hacked or anything like that, but I find it pretty coincidental that Markiplier and Matthew Santoro would have these old videos that they set to private just suddenly become unset, be publicly made, even though it was obviously against both their wishes. Considering Markiplier was hacked a week later after YouTube glitched apparently. I think you can draw your own conclusions at this point. So the question that I want to raise in this video is, how safe are YouTubers on YouTube, and how do we keep ourselves safe? And obviously, I don't think Markiplier is the kind of guy who's just randomly clicking on links from just random people, and it's like, I don't think he's just a guy who would randomly go out and be like, you know what, like, I think, like, considering like how big his channel is, I think he would take pretty good care of it, and I think he would try to avoid being hacked at all costs and clicking on hack links or clicking on malware links and viruses and stuff like that. So, and the hacking group OurMine, their hacking method is phishing, and I read up a little bit about it. Of course, not everything on the internet is true, but from what I read, they like use websites as like bait, and they try to trick people into thinking that it's like you're actually logging into Google, but you're really like giving your username and password to OurMine, and they do that. I'm not sure how it works exactly. I'm sure some of the viewers watching this may have a better understanding of it than I, but that's basically that's basically what it is, I think. And I think that's how they got Markiplier and a lot of the other YouTubers that they, hacked. Like, even though it's an indirect method, like, I'm pretty sure phishing is still a form of hacking. So we're talking about YouTube safety, and there's a lot of people on the internet that certainly aren't satisfactory. Like, okay, let's be honest, there's a lot of them that are just really fucking crazy. But to be safe on YouTube, like, even if you're Markiplier, you can get like hacked by OurMine. So I guess this is just kind of a lesson learned that it doesn't matter who you are or what you do, you can be hacked, and you can have your like information stolen, and that you should be super careful. You shouldn't be really paranoid, but you should definitely be careful, because if you're just careless with like your PayPal information or something like that, you could get quite a bit of money stolen. Obviously OurMine also hacked into Mark's AdSense account or something like that, and I don't think they could actually like do anything with his money, but they did post like his earnings in November or something like that. So you got to be really careful. And I'm not sure what YouTube is doing to battle this. I mean, these OurMine guys have been around for a long time, and whatever they're doing obviously works still, even though it's been 7 months, and it's not new what they're doing. So what is YouTube itself going to do to protect YouTubers and people who watch YouTube content from hackers? Because if YouTube is so easy to hack, like, lots of people's information is the same across all their social media. So if you were to slip up and someone were to steal your YouTube like password and username, that would probably apply for all your social media accounts, and you would instantly be screwed across all of them. So that's basically the message of this. Don't let your guard down for these hackers, and stay safe, everyone.